The first thing I'd like to do is thank the Attorney General Hunter, and his staff for all their work and assistance over these last how many days it's been, in bringing some clarity and some certainty to this process for the department, and for guiding us through today's meeting. I think that will, like I said, gives us some certainty and clarity going forward on the best way to proceed. I'd also like to thank the staff here at the Health Department for their work in making the revisions to the rules, particularly two attorneys, Kim Bailey and Nicole Nash, who've done great work in this effort over the last couple of weeks. So I'd like to, like I said, give them my thanks, and obviously for the board for coming back in today and taking the action that they did. So I think that will allows the program as voted on by the people to proceed, and now we have to, the department has to put its head down. We have a deadline of bearing down on us of August 25th, and we gotta bear down now and get the work done. So any questions?
So just want to clarify, the rules that were approved by the board today replace the ones wholesale that were approved on July 11th. So there were requirements, and I know we were just kind of talking amongst ourselves, there were requirements that testing needed to be done for those who were pregnant, but that language is not in.
Been removed.
So no pregnancy test requirement?
None at all.
I was speaking with Ron Durbin, who's representing one of the plaintiffs, suing the
Right.
health department. He said he had talked to you about some conflicts in the language.
Right. I talked to him this morning. Yeah.
So some of the things he said conflicted with each other. Are those is the board going to have to fix those, or how?
Well, we tried to add some language this morning based on the feedback that I got from Mr. Durbin, to make clear that provision, that to the extent that there's Title 63 contains language that regards around food processing and the sale of food. Dispensaries and so forth will be selling food items. So we added some language to make sure that to the extent that Title 63, those provisions apply, if there is a conflict between that and what's in State Question 788, State Question 788 would control. So hopefully, that will address and mitigate some of those concerns. Is this structure today, is it perfect? No. I mean, there's some gaps here that the legislature at some point will have to address. But what it does allow, it allows the health department to go forward with the licensing framework and so forth to I guess, like I said, get a medical marijuana program kind of up and off the ground, so that the legislature, as I said, I think in a statement a couple of weeks ago, get a program running and in place so that the legislature has something that they can tweak. They kind of have seen how something's working, what the issues on the ground really are, and then they know what to modify and what to tweak.
How do you think this will impact the pending lawsuits against the agency?
The AG is representing the department in that, and they can comment on that. So.
Do you think this will end a lot of the controversy that's been swirling since the Board of Health met?
I mean, Janelle, I hope so. I mean, I think we did try to address a lot of the issues that were raised. Will it address all the issues? I doubt it. I mean, I never operated under any illusions that we would make everybody happy during this process, and so far that has proven to be very accurate. So we'll just continue on and keep going.
We have time for about 2 more questions. What are some of the recommendations from the agency to the state legislature for next year?
Well, I think a lot of the, you know, a lot of the rules that were eliminated, you know, are sound policy or things for the legislature to consider. Just because they're outside of the scope of the board's rulemaking ability doesn't mean there are not some ideas there that the legislature may want to take up and consider. So that'll be part of it. Again, a lot of the comments that we received, we hope to be refining that document and getting that ready to go, you know, sometime next week. So, you know, again, it's going to be very incumbent upon us now going forward with this framework to work very closely with advocates and the industry to develop best practices, even though they're not mandatory, you know, by rule, develop some agreed upon best practices and some good consumer education materials so that consumers, when they go into a dispensary, will know what questions to ask about testing and things like that. So we'll be doing that, and that means Tony Sellers is going to be very busy helping us develop that stuff. So is that it?
Thanks, guys.
Thank you all.